Welcome to Bigin's Masterclass. My name is Farah and I'm a product marketer at Bigin and also your host for today's session. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for being a part of this webinar. In today's session, we'll be covering the latest features of Bigin and also look at how these features can be implemented in your business to make it better. We also have two of our product experts here with us today. Give me a minute. The screen is not working. Let me just get this checked. Yes, so we have two of our product experts with us today. Guru is the creator of Bigin. We've brought in the maker of Bigin, who's been with Zoho for almost 13 years now. So this would be a great chance for you all to pick on his brains, give him your honest feedback about the product, give him suggestions on feature requests, and also get all your questions clarified with him regarding Bigin. Guhan here has been with Zoho for almost 9 years and he's leading the mobile app team. So if you have any doubts with regards to the mobile app, he'll be the right person to help you out. You can also give him your suggestions as well, if any, regarding the features that you would like to see on the mobile app. So before we get started with our session, I'd like to highlight a few action items. So there is a chat box, as you can see in this picture. If you have any questions in between the session, you can feel free to post them here and my experts will get back to you. We have a couple of poll questions and it would be really helpful if you can spare 2 minutes of your time to answer them. In case you have to step away from your desk for a couple of minutes, do not worry about it because this session is being recorded and I'll be sending you the recording link through an email post the session. Without further ado, let's get started with the agenda. So in today's webinar, we'll be covering a roundup of all the latest features, and I'll also be showing you how you can set up these features in your Bigin account and alongside a live demo with examples. And finally, we'll be concluding with the Q&A session. So we take customer feedback and suggestions into consideration, and you can say that Bigin is an evolving product. Some of you may have seen or used 2 or 3 features from the following list, but today I'm here to explain every feature in detail so you get a clarity on how these features will work in real time. So the first feature we'll be covering today is an exciting one. It's the WhatsApp integration. So we all know how WhatsApp is a key form of communication in today's business as well as the personal world. So small businesses like home bakers, clothing brands, micro restaurants, gifting businesses are using WhatsApp to send promotional messages. Uh, if that entices a customer, they place an order and the delivery status is also informed to the customer through WhatsApp. So we understood how this could be a deal breaker for small businesses, and that's why we brought in the WhatsApp integration. So some of the key points that you should remember are you need to have a Meta verified account and a WhatsApp business number which is not associated with any other service. So once you have these two, you'll be able to set up the WhatsApp for your company. Now let me give you a live demo of how you can set up your account. Into your Bigin account. Log into your Bigin account and go to Settings. Click on Settings and go to Messages. Here you will see the integration. So give connect now and there'll be a small pop-up. You'll have to click on the checkbox. Once you do that, it will take you into the Facebook account. So you'll have to follow the step-by-step process. And once you do that, the integration will get live in your Begin account. And there will be a new module called as Messages. So click on the Messages and you'll be able to see the chat window. So let me talk to you about the functionalities of WhatsApp now. So one of the main point to note here is that agents cannot initiate a chat with the customer. The first chat can only be initiated by prospects or your customers. When a customer inquiry comes in and your agent responds, a 24-hour window will get initiated and any messages exchanged within this time frame will be considered as a conversation by WhatsApp. After 24 hours, you will not be able to send any messages to the prospect or the customer. Now, you may ask what happens when you exceed. WhatsApp will also offer you 1,000 free conversations per month. Now, you may ask what happens when you exceed these 1,000 free conversations. If you do, we have an option for you to pay as you go and purchase more credits, which can be done here. Click on Buy Credits. This will show you the price based on each region, and you can purchase the credits and use it for WhatsApp. Let's just give it a minute until this gets loaded. So we also have an option where you can auto recharge. When credits reach a minimum threshold, you can set this auto recharge and it will get recharged automatically. Moving on to the functionality, every time a chat comes in through the customer, these chats will get assigned on a round robin basis. However, there is a functionality where you can change the contact owner or the chat owner to another agent. This should be done manually. So there are two types of sections here. All chats, you'll be able to see all the chat between the company and the customer. My chats will show you only the individual chats. You also have a filter option, which can be filtered down using the property fields. Now, in case a prospect initiates a chat with the company, but this particular prospect is not a contact in Begin, a new contact will get created automatically using the using whatever information is available. This can be only the contact name and the contact number, and then your agents can get more necessary information and add it here, and this will get synced with the contacts module in Begin. So the next functionality is that you can set templates for quick replies. Let me just initiate a chat and show you how it might look in your Begin account. I'm going to be sending a WhatsApp message to this particular company. So here, there is a new message from a customer and it will appear here. Now you can choose this and add it as a pipeline record or add it as a notes. So what is a pipeline record? A pipeline record is you can add a record in the pipelines of your choice which you have in your particular account. In case, I can give you an example here. So when a customer is requesting for a quote to be shared regarding your product, that particular message can be selected and added as a pipeline record in the sales pipeline, and from there your agents can pick it up and follow the usual process. This is the pipeline record. When you add it as a note, it will go and fall under the contacts of that particular customer. The next feature is the next functionality is the quick reply. So you may follow a process to send a welcome message to a customer who has initiated a chat. So you can set a quick reply and send it. This may save time for your agents. So these are the functionalities of WhatsApp now. So this is only the first cut of the WhatsApp integration. We also have upcoming enhancements for WhatsApp. So the first one is template messages. We are working on agents being able to send first message in using a template. It can be a promotional message or even a new update to the customer, new release update to the customer. That's what we're working on. The second is workflow. So you can set a workflow every time a contact is created in your Bigin account. A new WhatsApp message can be triggered to the new contact. So that's workflow. Bulk messaging is the ability to send out bulk messages to your prospects or customers, informing them of a discount which you are going to be offering. The next one is multi-channel. So your company may have different teams such as sales, support, or onboarding, and these teams may have different contact numbers where customers can contact them at. So using multi-channel, you can set various channels for different teams. You can set up separate channels for different teams. This can be done using WhatsApp. So moving on to the next feature we'll be talking about is forms. So earlier in Begin, this feature was known as web forms and it was only limited to the contacts module. So it was just a tool for data collection by either creating a visitor form or a registration form. But now we wanted to go one step further and make it a tool for lead generation as well. So before we delve into the functionality, let me tell you what has changed. So firstly, the name of this feature has been revamped from web forms to forms, as you can see here. So when you click on the form, you'll be able to see two types of forms now. A contact form, which can be used using the which can be created using the fields of the contacts module and the companies module, and a pipeline form, which can be created using the fields of pipelines. So let me show you how this works. You can create a pipeline. You can create a pipeline form and choose any pipeline that you want. So I'm going to be choosing the sales pipeline. So here, this is the form area where you can create a form. It's very simple. There is absolutely no coding required. All you have to do is drag and drop. So these are the fields that are available in the contacts module, and these are the fields from the company module, and these from the sales pipeline. So now I'll be creating a form with customer name, email ID, mobile number, deal name, and closing date. Now, the customer might not be aware what a deal name is in Begin or a closing date. So you can rename this particular field to interested product and the closing date as expected date of delivery. And hit save. Now you'll have to give a form title. I'll just give it as inquiry form. So before you create a form, you can also see a preview of how it may appear in a desktop version, in a tablet, and in a mobile version. So once you're happy with this, you can also change the background of the form, which will appear to the customer. Now you can click on next step. So this is the submission rules. So here you can assign a particular agent for forms. So every time a form gets submitted, your agent will get a notification through an email. So the next one is setting up the pipeline and stage. So here you can choose under which sub-pipeline or pipeline or stage you want this form record to appear. So I'll just give as sales pipeline. and here I'll give as qualification stage. You can also give a tag here, which may be helpful. You can give a tag as priority, so your agents know that they have to reach out to these customers on a priority basis, and they'll also know that these records have been generated using forms. So you can enable double opt-in. It is an option where you can avoid junk leads. To avoid this, you can enable this, and when you do this, a confirmation email will be sent to the subscriber who fills out this form. So acknowledge visitor is an acknowledgement email that you send to a customer. You can set up the template and send an email to whoever submits the form via an email. Request for approval helps you to manually verify all the responses from a form to be added in your pipeline. You can also set a thank you message which will appear once the customer submits the form. This is for a great user experience. So you can hit save and next, and a new form will be created. So earlier with web forms, you had the functionality of embedding this code in the website and a form would appear in the website. Now this is the new update. You can share the link, you can share an external link to the customers via WhatsApp, Facebook, or Twitter, or just copy this link and share it in an email as well. And this is how it will appear to the customer. So once the customer fills this form, let me show you how this will appear in my pipeline. So I'm just going to be filling in random details and interested product. I'll just give as necklace, and expected date of delivery is 25th, and I hit submit. I'll see the thank you message here. This is what the customer will be able to see as well. And now you can go to the pipeline, and this particular record will get created here. So from here, your sales agent can follow up with the customer and move it to the different stages in the particular pipeline. So this is how forms work. And another most important enhancement that we've brought in is the ability to share the QR code. So a QR code can be downloaded by maybe your sales team, and it can be shared with customers, and so customers can use it to fill in the details and send it to your sales agents. And this might come in very handy during events and conferences. And even if you have a physical store, you can put up this QR code in your store, and the customers can fill in the feedback, or they can fill in their information or place an order using this QR code. So the next feature which we will be covering is calendar view. So using the calendar view, agents can stay on top of their follow-up game. It also helps the teams to stay in sync with each other and be informed of each other's activities. So now you may ask, why should your teammates see your activities? This can be very helpful when a teammate is on leave but yet has a few follow-ups lined up. So another agent can quickly pick up these activities and complete it on time without causing any inconvenience to the customer. So let me show you how you can work on this. You'll have to go to the activities module in Bigin, and the calendar view will be the homepage of the activities module. So here you can see month, week, and day. You can filter out based on your convenience. You'll be able to see all the tasks, events, and calls. If you want to filter down based on activities, you can do that as well. If you just want to see tasks, you just click on it. If you want task and activities, you can see that as well. If you want to filter down based on ownership, that is, if you want to see just your activities, you can give this filter. And if you want to see all activities, you can give this filter, which will show you all your teammates' activities as well. You can filter based on the status, which is open and closed. Open will show you all the upcoming activities of yours, and the closed will show you all the lapsed activities, and all activities will be a combination of open and closed. Another functionality of calendar view is that in case you talk to a customer and the customer has pushed the follow up to another day, all you have to do is drag and drop to the desired date. So this will be very helpful. So not just daily activities, but weekly and monthly can also be viewed using calendar view. Another most important functionality is that this calendar view can be synced with your Google and Outlook account as well. So you can use this for your business, and your sales team or any other team can also use it for their process. So the next feature which we'll be covering today is the target meter. So this is a new addition to the dashboards module in Bigin. Previously, there were two components in the dashboards module, which is the KPI and the charts. Now, with the introduction of target meter, it will help team achieve their goals with a little bit of push visually. So let me show you how this will appear. You'll have to go to the dashboard module, and as you can see, the previous two components which we have is KPI and charts, and now we have introduced target meter. So being in sales myself previously for the past 4 years, I know how important it is to stay focused and prepare a timeline to achieve my sales targets. So having a pictorial representation of where I stood in terms of targets motivated me a bit. Even if not for every day, I used to look at these target meter and know how much of effort is needed in a particular month or a quarter. So this would be a very helpful feature for your agents and as well as for the management to monitor how many calls have your salespeople made in a day, how many calls have your support tasks made in a day, or how many activities have they closed, how many meetings have they been able to schedule. So let me show you the target meter component. There are four types of styles. One is the dial gauge. There is an arrow which indicates the current progress towards the goal. The next is the traffic lights. So this will be similar to dial gauge, but it will have indicators in terms of colors. The red will indicate that the progress towards the goal is very less. The mid one will represent that it is in somewhere in the middle, and the green one will represent that the target is nearing. You are nearing the target. So let me show how this works. I am going to be giving a component as, let's say I want to see how many contacts have been created by my team in a particular month. So contacts created in November. I'll set a target for, you can set target based on entire organization or you can choose specific users. For now, I'll give entire organization, and the module is obviously going to be the contacts module. So I want to see the count of contacts, and then the duration is created time will be this month, and I'll be giving a target of let's say 30. I'll save this, and here, this is how the dial gauge works. It's showing me that 15 contacts have been created and 50% of my target have been achieved. This is how dial gauge works. The next would be traffic lights. Let's say I want to see how much of my revenue has been achieved this month. Revenue for November. I'll set a target for the entire organization, and the revenue can be calculated only through the sales pipeline. So let me click on pipeline and then I'll go to the sales pipeline. So now the target metric to be set is not count of deals, but sum of the amount. So you'll have to give sum of the amount. And the duration would be closing date this month. and I'll set a target of 50,000. Let's see how this appears in this particular style. So yes, here it shows that the target is very less towards my goal. It is in the red. It's only showing 24% of my target, which has been achieved so far. This is how the traffic lights work. Singles bar is similar to dial gauge, but in a different style. And multiples bar will, with the help of multiple bars, it would serve you a tool to compare progress maybe between two different sales agents, or two different city, or if you want to see the revenue achieved in two different countries, you'll be able to do that as well using the multiples bar. So the next feature which we will cover today is duplicate cleanup. So now we know that there are multiple ways for lead generation. It can be outbound emails, or it can be through forms, or at an event. But have you wondered what happens when the same contact is created multiple times by these channels of lead generation? There's obviously going to be a miscommunication in data, with miscommunication with customers, as multiple agents will reach out to the same customer. This is because of duplication of data. So currently we do not have, we have only find and merge, where you can select one particular record and merge it with a duplicate record. But to, solve this issue, we have brought duplicate cleanup, which can be found in the contacts and the companies module. Click on the three dotted icon and you'll see duplicate cleanup. So with this feature, you'll be able to select up to 3 fields. It can be email and phone, or it can be a unique field as well, or any 3 fields of your choice. So I'm going to be giving email, and I'll give find and merge. So now this feature will scan the entire of the contacts module and the contacts module, and give you the records. So there are two types of records here: without conflict and with conflict. If the field values are all same, it will merge automatically without any conflict. If there is a pop-up that there are conflicts, it means that one field may be similar, but there are other fields that are not similar to each other. In that case, you will get a pop-up and you will have to go and merge manually. This is the duplicate cleanup feature, and this feature can only be performed by the admin of the account, and it is available only in the Premier plan. So yeah, this is the feature of duplicate cleanup. Moving on to quick preview. So earlier in Bigin, if you click on a particular record, you'll only get, you'll have to click on the record and you'll only see the complete screen. There was no functionality of just, getting a glimpse of the record. So with quick preview, we have a new icon of this eye. When you click on it, without moving your main screen, you'll just get a pop-up, and you can edit details here itself. So you'll be able to add all the details and save it here, and it would reflect even if you open the entire record. So you can get a brief overview of a record without opening the complete record. So quick preview is available in all the modules except for the dashboards and the messages module. So moving on to the next feature, which is the sheet view. So we know a lot of Bigin users and prospects would have never used a CRM previously. So we all come from a time where spreadsheets have helped us to run the business. So for anybody who's migrated from spreadsheets, we wanted to give them a homely feeling with our sheet view. So the main functionality of sheet view in Bigin is inline editing. So to enable the sheet view, you'll have to go to this and click on sheet view. So you'll be able to see the inline editing. Let me show you here. Yeah. So here you'll be able to edit a particular record. So you can edit this, or you can edit even the contact name and save it. So this feature will help teams by giving them a platform to update multiple fields quite easily. So this is the functionality of quick sheet view, and this can also be done in the companies module. So these are the features we'll be covering today. Let me now hand over the session to my product experts who will be ready to answer all your questions.